This one is from Sahara Reporters. China deploys 6 warships to Middle East over fears Israel crisis could spark World War III. Oh boy, the thing is very serious, I tell you. I think suddenly now we saw that part of Israeli missiles has hit Egypt or has hit part of Egypt, and now the Middle East is boiling seriously now. And Israel has made statement that this Israel-Hamas war might take months. It's not going to end quickly. So the whole world is at alert now to see what it will lead to ensure that they find a way to manage it. This is the essence of acquiring weapons of mass destruction everywhere, left, right, and center. Injustice all over the world, and everybody wants to take charge. Now that China has released 6 warships, how many warships has countries like Russia released? USA and Canada, Australia, France, Germany, and the United Kingdom. How many have they released? All of them are watching now. The G8 countries are watching. So let's dive into the details and see what has happened and why China went to that length. China has deployed 6 warships to the Middle East as the conflict between Israel and Hamas escalates, according to reports. Now, the 44th Naval Escort Task Force from the People's Liberation Army Eastern Theater has been involved in routine operations in the region and spent several days in Oman last week, U.S. reports. Now, the Chinese warship left Muscat for an unspecified location on Saturday after participating in an exercise with the Omani Navy. Oh boy. The task force includes the Zibor, a guided missile destroyer, the frigate Jingzhou, and the supply ship Kwandohu, all of which will be stationed in the Middle East as Israel prepares for ground invasion of Gaza. Now, during the visit to Oman, Chinese commanders met with Omani military officials and visited military institutions, while sailors from both countries toured shops and even organized a basketball game, according to a state news agency. Since arriving in the Gulf of Aden, north of Somalia, 6 months ago, the PLA task force has been involved in escort missions for shipping. Oh boy. However, it handed over its mission to the 45th Task Force from the PLA's Northern Theater Command earlier this month. Chinese leader Xi Jinping said on Thursday that a two-state solution to establish an independent Palestine is the fundamental way out of the Israel-Hamas war. So according to China state broadcast CCTV, Xi said the top priority now is a ceasefire as soon as possible to avoid the conflict from expanding or even spiraling out of control and causing a serious humanitarian crisis. China's deployment comes after the U.S. sent a powerful arsenal to the Middle East earlier this week. The U.S. sent 2 aircraft carriers, including the USS Gerald R. Ford and the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, to the Eastern Mediterranean alone, with planes that could carry out airstrikes. Now, even more planes have been dispatched to U.S. Military bases in the region, including F-15 and F-16 fighter jet squadrons. Oh boy. The increased military presence in the Middle East reflects concern in Washington that rising tensions in Israel could become an all-out war. So the way it is now is that everybody is at alert because of what is happening over there in Israel. How long is this war going to take? Nobody knows. But the fact remains that Israel has its own supporters, well supported by the Western world, while the Palestine Hamas also has supporters from the Middle East, like Iran and Libya, Syria, and all those Middle East nations, Arabic nations. So, but I know that a lot of them are angry with Israel, saying the whole of Israel is supposed to be a Palestine land and that they should leave. But you go date back on the days of Bible history, you see how they got there, and it is difficult for Israel to leave that place, because where are they going to go? They don't have elsewhere to go. So they just have to stay there. But the question is, what is the world doing? Is what the world doing now? Is it the best thing to do? Waiting for war to start, and then you start releasing armament and war machines to that location, rather than coming together as United Nations and do a boundary dispute resolution. That is the best thing. Boundary dispute resolution. The United Nations divided Germany from east to west Germany. They divided Korea from North and South Korea. They divided the former USSR to Slovakia, Czech Republic, and Russia right now. Okay, so what stops them from doing a boundary dispute between Palestine and Israel, so that this fight will end once and for all? I think that should be the best solution to what they're doing. But rather than sitting down to do boundary dispute resolution, they are already doing, they are just everybody deploying ammunition to that location. Everybody supporting one side. I think sometimes leaders make grievous mistakes. Okay. What they're doing today is not going to bring lasting peace there. Rather, it's going to escalate the war. So I don't know how wise these leaders are in the first place. Okay, and somebody saying the fear of Israel is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge. Okay, God bless Federal Republic of China. What have they done? Okay, appeal court will settle the issues in favor of Israel. Abi, so they should go to court. World War III is the last war this world will fight. May God save us all. Abi, is World War III good? There won't be World War as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, say well done job, China, for sending escort ships to that location to make sure they are providing watch. Some say Nigerian government is ready to deploy Asare and its cohort to Middle East. It's ready, everyone. Happy. Asare Dokuba was boasting that the Tinubu government should send him to Niger Republic to go and restore democracy. Now, the Niger Republic, nobody feel go again. No. The people have taken charge of their government. So let him get ready to go to Palestine to go and help against Israel for where he fits. Nigerian government decided to deploy Asare Dokubo. They deployed nothing. Asare Dokubo is not going anywhere. Someone say more hardship is coming to Nigeria with this war. Don't forget the repercussions of Russia and Ukraine are still living with us. Continue your celebration. Watching from Chicago State University. The war is not a good one, I tell you. It is good to be proactive than to be reactive. A country that values the security of our citizens will do more than this. Nigerian military make una do na own. What did they want to do? They're not figure anywhere. They're not figure anywhere. So that is what is happening. That is what China has done to make sure they watch closely to the war between Israel and Hamas, so that it does not escalate into something that it will be uncontrollable. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment.